Hi everyone, my name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with Rainer from Board and Dice, and you're joining us at Origins 2019 to show us Sierra West.
Yes.
I don't know anything about this game, please.
I will be happy to. Yes.
Okay, all right.
So this is a game that is coming out at Gen Con, and it will be available globally at Essen in October. And this is a game that combines action programming and worker placement.
Well, I like both those things. All right, I'm on board so far.
And basically, what you will get at the beginning of the game, you're going to have a deck of 8, plus there will be another card. And I'm going to talk about this because this is actually a game that comes with 4 different modules. So there are 4 different ways of playing the game right out of the box. Here we have set up for the one that is probably the most straightforward, which is called Apple Hill scenario.
All right.
What you will do is you're always going to, on your turn, you're going to start with 3 cards in your hand. And as you can see, each card has 5 different spaces. 3 of them are green and 2 of them are tan. And what you will be doing is you will decide which of these action spaces that you want to activate.
Right.
And based on the order that you put them in, and then you will slide them here on your board. So now you can see that not only are you covering up some...
It's a little puzzle building here, kind of. Yeah.
So you're covering up some of the spaces. Sorry, this one goes under. You're covering up some of the spaces based on what you want. So you're not going to be able to use all 15 that are provided on there.
Yep.
And to see that you've basically set it up right, then
a little mountain in the background.
Mountain in the background.
That's brilliant. I love that. Okay.
And once you've done that, now you have 2 workers here that can move along this track, and you can move them basically in any order. So you can say, okay, I'm going to go over here and collect food and wood. Yep. And then I want to come here and get the stone. And so forth. So you can advance along both of these tracks as far as you would like.
Yeah.
Any of the resources that you collect, you take those pieces, for example. Yeah. These are movement tokens, and those are used for a couple of different things. First of all, you can see how here there's a mountain, and we have people that can move up this mountain. Yeah. But we also have wagons over here. Moving up this mountain. So if you have, for example, here you have 3 movement tokens. That means that you can move up 3 spaces up on the mountain. Okay. When you get up to one of these spaces, you can now...
I want to take that card.
You can dig over there. So basically, if you were able to move using this worker's actions...
And then come through with this one afterwards to do the digging.
Now here, because you placed it in this spot, it costs 2 resources. Had you shifted it differently, would it cost less.
I'm not playing very well, is what you're saying. I get it. Okay. Message received.
Now you dug for this card, and you get to take it. You can either put it in your discard pile, or you can go on top of your deck. Okay. And then this is now a new card, and all the cards that are here are going to be
a little better?
Ones that are a little bit better than the ones that you start with.
Okay.
Also, you see that the one that I revealed here that had the little apple symbol on the back, I actually put it down here.
Right.
And the reason why is that as the game progresses, there will be a total of 6 cards that will go down here, and this is the timer of the game. Every time that you reveal one of those, they just go down here. And this portion here is where you can now gather the apples based on how far your wagon has moved up.
All right.
There's a common apple market and both green and red apples. And the reason why you want to gather those is because then later you have ways of spending them on the cards that you have acquired.
Okay, so thematically, we are mountain climbing apple pickers. Is that the idea here? We love to climb mountains and we love to pick apples.
We are pioneers on the American frontier, right? And it's apples, and some of the other modules deal with other things like panning for gold. There's one that deals with outlaws and so forth. So.
Oh, neat. Okay. Okay.
Every time that you when you manage to get your workers to the end of a track, and there are chances that you might not, because some of the spaces are required. For example, there might be a bear that you need to hunt off.
Right. Oh yeah.
And if you're unable to pay for that, for example, if I don't have the resource to pay for it, I can't move past that spot. Right. Okay. So I may not be able to.
I might want to leave that exposed because I really want the other icon that goes with it. I see. Okay. All right.
But if your worker makes it to the end, now you can place them on these spots up here.
Oh, okay,
so after you have done the action programming, now you can say, and this is where the worker placement comes into play, because now I'm putting this one here, and I can activate paying those resources in order to progress on these tracks over here. The basic game comes with 3 tracks, one associated with each of the resources. The Apple Hill scenario also has 2 additional tracks.
These here,
And moving up on these, You see how here on the left side that shows you a number of victory points?
Right, yep.
And you get that number of victory points times how far your wagon has moved up along this trail. So you have to make sure that not only are you moving up the mountains to gather cards, the more the cards that you gather, they will be worth victory points at the end of the game. But you need to also progress your, because this is the multiplier.
Yeah.
Starts off as a 0.
Right.
But all the way up here, it's 4 times.
Yeah, it's interesting.
However,
there's a few little dials you're playing with here, right? You're building this little puzzle thing here to get appropriate actions. Then you're going to hopefully later be able to place here. You're working up the tracks.
Yep.
You're collecting cards.
It's pretty straightforward. Like on your turn, I mean, you decide which actions you want to have, but then what you do with those and the order in which you do them, and making sure that you basically, I mean, how you manage your resources and your actions and everything is then ultimately how
it seems very unique. I don't think I've really ever seen anything quite like this, all in one game. Yeah.
And then the nice thing, like I said, there are 4 modules that come in the base game. So this was the Apple Hill setup.
Right.
If we were playing with one of the other ones, these cards here would be completely different, as well as these ones here. And in fact, in one of them, there's an additional little board that's here on the side, and now we might be moving up and down the river, panning for gold.
Oh wow! Okay.
We go fishing. We can return to the market.
You just sort of changed at least some portion of the theme of the game.
Right.
Very simply.
You can return to the market to sell things. There's one where there's a mine that you go into and stuff. And so,
that's very cool. So how many people can play this at once?
It's up to 4 players.
Up to 4 players, and average length of a game, would you say?
It's actually not very long. It's about an hour with the full complement of.
Okay. Well, Rainer, thank you very much for giving us an overview of this game. I'm quite intrigued. I hope you enjoyed seeing this as well. And until the next time, thanks for watching.